Hey everybody, this is Mike at digitalnomad.net. I saw the Jeff Bezos, LEX FRIDMAN podcast yesterday. It was really awesome because we don't get to see much of Jeff Bezos. And if you don't know who he is, he's the founder of Amazon.com and Blue Origin, the space company. And he hardly gives any interviews. And some of the stuff was really interesting. Number one, I did another video on this. I don't think he was actually in the studio with LEX, even though LEX always seems to meet with his people in person. This kind of seemed like a fake Zoom call that looked like he was in the studio. So that was kind of weird. It was a weird vibe. And just, I say that the vibe in general with the talk was kind of weird and different, because usually Lex is kind of asking the really tough questions and they're having a really cool discussion, but this seemed kind of rehearsed, almost like Jeff asked Lex to take it easy and not ask too many difficult questions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below on that. I was disappointed in that because the vibe wasn't there, but the content and the information was cool because it was great to hear from Jeff. You know, all of his experiences at Amazon.com, being the CEO, and now spending most of his time, as he says, on Blue Origin. A lot of stuff I just didn't know about. He's been out of the spotlight. I thought maybe he retired, and he's done anything but retired. He's not retired. He's out there working hard every day, apparently, talking about his daily routine and things like that. Another thing that Lex did mention to him is he asked him about Elon Musk, and he hopes that Elon and Jeff can be friends, which is kind of cool. Because if you don't know, let me just throw it out there. I don't get political really at all, period. I'm not even a political type person, but to me, they're on two sides of the spectrum there. Jeff is like super ultra liberal and, left wing. And then Elon Musk is accused anyway of being conservative and right wing, even though I think he's in the middle. But either way, these guys have been in a battle for a while. I even have a Facebook group that I started out calling Elon Musk versus Jeff Bezos. And actually I saw a lot of copycats make videos on that. And now I actually call it Elon Musk versus Jeff Bezos versus Mark Zuckerberg. That's what I call it now. But back to the talk. Okay, Lex FRIDMAN, he does these long form podcasts. One of the things they talked about was people's short-term, Jeff Bezos is concerned with everybody's short attention spans these days and how social media is set up for short attention spans. That was interesting. It's interesting about his meetings. He brought up the idea that when he has meetings, he always talks last, or he gives his ideas last. And just said he does all this work all the time and he's building the infrastructure. He sees himself as building the infrastructure for space travel and for being outside the planet. And he had a lot of good things in there where he talked about the benefits of doing this and why you want to do it, because there's been a lot of shade and stuff, that's not the right word, but a lot of bad press or whatever you want to call it about the billionaire space race and how people are starving or whatever, which they're not. Oh my gosh. In the United States, everybody's got way too much right now, but there's other problems, other more important problems, crime, drugs, whatnot. But he kind of gave the case as to why this is important. He's building the infrastructure, why it's so important for the future of humanity. So those were some good things. Another thing where he mentioned about building the infrastructure is that he says that he'll know he has succeeded. He didn't mention Elon Musk, he just says him as Blue Origin, because Elon Musk's company is SpaceX, which is his competitor. And of course, by the way, Jeff Bezos is heavily invested in Rivian. We have a really big Rivian EV discussion group on Facebook if you want to check that out. And Elon Musk is, of course, running Tesla, another way that they're on the sides of this. But Jeff was saying that he'll know that he has been successful at his work in the future, for future generations, not him. He won't benefit from it, but he's doing the heavy lifting, the heavy hard work of building the infrastructure of this space stuff. And so what's going to happen is when someone starts a space company from their college dorm room or something like that on a laptop or device, then he'll know he has succeeded and we're on to that next level. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've seen it, what was your favorite thing? What was the thing you didn't like? What do you think Lex should have done? And was Lex actually in the studio there with Jeff Bezos? And like I said, I get a weird vibe. It was a weird vibe in general in the conversation, and then that made it weirder because I take Lex's, and even Jeff said, he mentioned truth seeking. I expect that Lex is that too. I've seen Lex do that, but I felt like this was kind of off from that. But it was an opportunity to talk to Jeff Bezos, and no one's been doing it. And if you know of any other Jeff Bezos talks, let me know in the comments. Link them down below. See you in the next video. Give me a thumbs up, please, and subscribe if you don't already. Bye-bye.